And to go deep in on this topic, we have our special envoy once again, Jorge Gestoso in Ecuador for more information. Jorge, hello. What can you tell us about the irregularities that has been denounced?
Well, the counting of the votes continue, and we are waiting to see the end of that process. In the meantime, what we can conclude is that regardless of the results, we were witnessing an electoral process that has been plagued with irregularities. We're talking, for example, that the president candidate, Daniel Noboa, few hours before the last day, has declared 7 provinces of Ecuador in state of emergency. Curiously, those 7 provinces were in favor in terms of voting for her rival, Luisa Gonzalez. That has been severely criticized. Also, the voting abroad, overseas, has been plagued with irregularities. The President Noboa, through the government agencies, were using the networks of television to promote propaganda without telling his name, but basically talking about the achievements of those government agencies, and that has been even taking place beyond what was the electoral silence that was the 3 days before the elections. On top of that, the Electoral National Council is being denounced of allowed a series of irregularities. For example, that the president was supposed to renounce to the double position of president and candidate, and he did so at the same time, and he even was firing or replacing the official vice president for someone chosen by his own decision. So basically, regardless of what is going to be the final result, the real result is that we reach this end with all that previous background, and that has been very much announced. I was mentioning, and I remember to do it again, that the decree of national emergency in 7 provinces has been absolutely denounced by the most important organization of indigenous people, CONAIE, and I translate to English their communique that says, Noboa, President Noboa, declared a supposed internal commotion to declare precisely that state of emergency in provinces where the voting was not favorable to him. And they continue. They say this authoritarian strategy compromises gravely the integrity of the democratic system in Ecuador and put at risk the transparency of the voting, and concludes, Noboa wants to grab with his hand the process of the election with the blessing of the National Electoral Council. And the communique concludes, we refuse this maneuver, anti-democratic. In a way, this is exactly what is the feeling of most of the analysts, that here what was going on, it was a maneuvering anti-democratic by this President Noboa with the complicity of many actors in the place. So basically, is what's going on so far at this moment of the day. We'll get back to you now.
Thank you very much, Jorge. We'll be back to you as soon as we continue our news briefs or the next news brief. Thank you.